Hello, 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 my loves. The sudden decision to start saying that. STAYC's previous makeup artist, I've always wanted to film a video with her, but Yoo Jong-hyung, doing STAYC's dance teacher's makeup, he's friends with her. I asked originally, like, oh, hook it up. And he asked, but she said she was really busy at the time, especially with STAYC. But apparently she is not anymore. And to be honest, I really liked when she was doing STAYC's makeup. Not that the current ones are bad, but I don't know, there's just something really fresh about their makeup from when she was doing their makeup. But anyway, she recently launched her own brand, AOU? Yeah, AOU. And she released 2 products, this makeup setting fixer and like this what is it called? Glowy Tint Balm and #1 Apple Balm. So I guess that there's gonna be more colors. I was like obsessed with like the model. The model's so fucking pretty and the makeup that she did on her was so fucking pretty with the 2 products. She looked like if STAYC Seun was a white girl. So the key word for today's makeup is gonna be juicy. Lots of juicy shit, especially because it's getting really cold now. I say as my air conditioner is on. This PC that I have right here, I have one of those like water cooler things where inside the case it's so cold that it blasts all the hot air to the outside. So it's literally, this will keep me warm in the winter. Let's start with skin. I'm gonna be using my favorite moisturizing foundation. I'm more of a matte foundation kind of girl, but now that it's drier, I want something more moisturizing. So my favorite one is the HERA Glow Lasting Foundation. I like this one because it's still full coverage while being really juicy and people are like, oh, let me use BB cream or let me use a skin tint for moisture. But I don't know, I feel like those types of things break down much easier on my skin especially. But I'm actually gonna mix in this AURIC Glow Lust Skin Radiant Luminizer in Morganite. This brand was started by another YouTuber as well who I've been watching for years. Samantha Ravindal? Back when she was Eyelash Beauty. Oh girl, those were the times, but it's also pump. It's a liquid highlighter. I think I put too much, but whatever. I'm using this flat foundation brush. I'm using a more full coverage foundation, but I'm really not concerned about covering everything. Oh shit, it's starting to get brighter, hold on. I feel like with the color makeup I'm gonna be doing today, I don't have to be too concerned about having super full coverage. And to be honest, I'm trying to make this like an easy look. So the more I try to make it involved, the more I'm just losing sight of the goal. Ooh. Okay, I'm stopping there. But just for slightly more coverage, I'm using this kind of green beige concealer, just like around my nose, just because it's a little bit red there. And also kind of on my cheek area here. Their last song, Beautiful Monster, wasn't a huge fan. Wasn't huge. I was really like, 기대해? What's that? I was really like excited for it because, when they were doing the teasers, girl, they were like really hyping that shit up. They even filmed like a short little video where they were talking to Black Eyed Peas about it. They're like, this is your most non-K-pop sounding song today. I was like, oh shit, okay. But then it came out and I was like, oh, they used guitars. I was like, okay, they're in their Taylor Swift, Cardigan, whatever era. I don't know. It was cute, but I don't know, Run To You was kind of like the one. And to be honest, So Bad is still the one. So every song they come out with, I kind of, subconsciously compare to So Bad, which is not a good thing to be doing. But when your debut song hits that hard, 어쩔 수 없어. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, nice juicy skin. Now for my brows, what I've been really into lately, besides laminating my brows at home with that Entropy brow kit, I like a more lighter look. So I'll use a brow powder or pencil in a much lighter color. Normally I would use these colors, but lately I've been using these more lighter colors because I'm gonna just lighten my brows because it kind of just softens the facial features overall. So this is good for, oh my God. No hate to my what's that? I'm thinking specifically of like some creators I follow from Indonesia or like Thailand. Obviously they like the thick brows, but sometimes when they try to do like K-beauty, the brows really don't balance well with like the more reddish pinky colors of the makeup. So it's just like dark black brows and then like more like really soft pinky or K-beauty makeup. Even if you just take like a brow mascara, which I'm about to do, just like in a lighter brown color, if you just run that through your brows, I think it would really help balance the look and you can still keep your thick eyebrows. So to be honest, I really don't even need the ends of my brows to be super defined. I was watching one of New Jeans behind the scenes videos, and if you look at the brows really up close, the back is really not even really defined. It's just like a soft, like fading out of color. So we can basically just go for that. I'm gonna use this heavy rotation one that I also use in my New Jeans like fashion video, whatever. With the brush, it gets on the skin so easily. I think that is enough. You don't have to put too much. Just like lightly grazing, just like the darker parts of the brows. And if your brows are like extremely dark, you might even want to consider using like a brow concealer, like the Apu one. I really hope they're still selling this because I feel like this is a must-have for me. This Apu Skinny Brow Concealer. If you can somehow get your hands on this, like if you're visiting Korea or if you can find it online, this shit slaps if you have super dark brows, but you like to recolor them. Use this first and then use another colored brow mascara on top of that. You can really easily change the color of your brows. So that's like the base makeup. Now let's go into like color because, oh shit, let's use this makeup fixer. Actually, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me use a little bit of powder. This is the Huda Beauty one. 그냥 light하게. Maybe just a little bit on the lids because we're gonna put a little bit of eyeshadow there. Let's try the makeup setting fixer from AOU. Packaging super cute. It's a lot smaller than I expected. These things are really tiny. Or my face is just big. Apparently you can use this before your makeup as well to help. A lot of makeup artists in Korea will do that before they do the foundation. They'll use like the Urban Decay all-nighter and then they do it after the foundation as well, so it really like locks that shit in. Still looking juicy because normally at this point the foundation would have like really like soaked into my skin, like I look dry at this point. Because it's the focal point, the lips I think, and the cheeks, well, I'll do that first. The eyes are like gonna be nothing, so AOU Glowy Tint Balm in Apple Balm. You might be thinking, Edward, that literally just looks like the, what is it? The reddish cherry version of like the Vaseline lip balm. You know what, maybe it is. I haven't actually tried that, but I think that one doesn't really have color. This has a little bit more color. It's a very sheer red. You can use your fingers, but definitely I would recommend using a brush. Oh, that is so pretty. STAYC girls, it's going down. In terms of pigment, you're probably not gonna get very much out of this. Although her lips had like the sheer quality to it, it almost looked like she did add like a little bit of like an extra tint of some other kind on top, because this color you see right here is pretty much what you're gonna get. If you don't really have much color in your lips, I think it adds a really nice sheer, like vitalic sort of red to them. But if your lips are already really, well, not so much right now, I don't know why, but usually my lips are very, very red. We'll just make them a little bit more red. And that's it for the lips. For the cheeks, I have this SHEGLAM Sunday Picnic Cream Cheek in, what color is this? Scarlet Sunset. Looks like a really deep red in there, but it's a bit more of like a purpley pinky red. So I'm using a sponge. And this is not like other cream blushes where they're like usually like moisturizing, glowy. This is more of like a matte almost kind of thing, but I didn't have any other kinds, so this is just the one I'm using. And the vibe I'm going for is just very very dechung. I mean, I don't want any harsh edges. I just don't want it to look super like, oh, it has to be even in color. You know when those like white boys have like the natural red cheeks and they're like, I don't do skincare, and their skin is just red from the dryness and the lack of moisture from not putting any skincare? I want that vibe. And I, again, like to go over with blush. I'm gonna leave it here. I normally would put more, but it's already starting to look more like I'm just drunk. And then for eyeshadow, you really just need two eyeshadows. One that's kind of your skin tone, but maybe a little bit slightly deeper and more reddish. And then one of these sorts of colors where it almost matches kind of like the blush in the lip. Something that will match the color of your waterline. This is the new CLIO Shade and Shadow Palette in number 2 Soft Depth. I'm fucking losing my English here. I'm using this color first. If your eyes are like monolid, then I guess you can go in with this, but if your eyes are more like mine, you already naturally have coloring. Like I didn't put much foundation or concealer around my eyes because I wanted to leave that natural coloring of my eye. And to be honest, I feel like that's the most pretty. When people put so much fucking concealer around here or like really like white this shit out, it just makes your eyes look smaller and less dimensional. Because I left a lot of that natural coloring there, I'm really just like adding this on top here, just in the center and right here. As much as I love to do like, oh, 애교살 makeup, my eye shape in particular doesn't look good with 애교살. I know for certain makeup artists, it's like, oh, every idol must have 애교살, must look cute. There are certain face shapes and eye shapes that don't suit that. Mine in particular, if I'm trying really hard to make it happen, it probably is not gonna suit me, if that makes sense. But of course, it's still fun to experiment sometimes, so I do like to do that egg cell stuff every now and then. And then I'm pretty much just gonna take this color on this tiny little baby angled brush and just enhance my inner and outer corner. Because again, I'm going for that like kind of like sick look. And also with my eye shape, it's actually better to emphasize the lower lash line and more horizontally rather than up here. I guess it's like a Filipino thing. The brows are just like naturally really low set. And again, I'm only doing a little because I want everything to be in harmony. The soft brows with the soft lip and cheek and the soft eyes, it's all just working together. And then here, what you can do is, oh my, I love the lashes and the liner that she did on the model. Ugh, I wish I could do that, but I don't do that. So for me, all I'm just gonna do is just emphasize my lashes, but to kind of keep in theme with like the juicy look. I don't want it to look like clumpy for mascara. I'm just gonna use a lash serum. The one I've been the most into lately, because after I used the Entropy brow perm thing, I was like obsessed. So I went to their site and I looked up some more products. Their Brow and Lash Booster Serum with triple protein CLIO. Girl, I've been so into this. I feel like this brand will probably be hard to get for you if you are not in Korea. So my other recommendation would be the COSNORI eyelash serum, which is also great. I've been using this for the better part of 2 weeks, and I just feel like my lashes are a little bit thicker, I suppose. I can't speak much about like density of lash, like not density, like amount of lash, but before I was using this, my lashes were definitely much thinner. But now I feel like I see more of them. And if you put enough of this, the serum itself almost dries on your lashes. I usually apply this on the lashes and then I use the little ball tip at the end to apply on the actual lash line, and then I use the rest like on my lashes, whatever's left. But I noticed that if you put enough of this on your lashes, it does almost like dry, like a natural kind of like soft, clear mascara in a way. Because if you keep doing this, some of them slightly clump together. Not clump is not the right word. Some of them naturally kind of like feather together. And this just for my eyes. It depends on what you want. Oh my god, did y'all follow Chang Won-young on Instagram? That recent post she made when she was there, because everyone is in Fashion Week right now, right? Even Eddie's in Fashion Week in Paris right now. The way she just be like standing, trying to get a good angle of her look, like the random mirrors in her hotel, I was living. She looks so fucking good. It was one of those things where it comes off almost like meme it, like you can meme that shit real easily, but at the same time, she was like killing it. But one of the other aspects of these sort of like Instagram stories where it's like, oh, take a look at my outfit where I'm like this, and I'm like standing in front of a mirror. I love when you can hear the breathing where it's just like, obsessed. Can't lie though, that's me. That's why if I'm just posting a story where I'm not talking and I'm just showing something, I mute the thing because I don't want anyone to hear my heavy breathing. Yeah, this lip thing is not gonna give you much more color than this. But this is, like if you put this on top of like a more like reddy, magenta-y, fuchsia kind of lip tint, oh my god, it's gonna look so cute. But I think if you just like don't even really wear much makeup and you just need color in your lips, this shit is adorable. I will say though, it's probably gonna be extremely hard for you to get this if you're outside of Korea, so just go with the Vaseline option, honestly. This is really cute. I know for a long while it's like cool makeup, cool tone makeup, but lately I've just been doing warm tone makeup because a bitch gets tired of it. She gets tired of it sometimes. Eddie was always like, I miss the old Edward before he became familiar with personal color. Trapped with the concept of personal color. I was like, bitch, yes. I'm the same bitch, just with more color sets. But the thing is, personal color, you can totally do whatever you want. It's just with like the knowledge of whatever your personal color is, you can kind of make other things work for you just by slightly adjusting. I didn't really do my hair, so I can't really give you a cute aftershot like. Anyway, that's my juicy makeup. Ooh. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in another video. All products will be down below. Bye.